we made it to Mexico. That boat up there has the Mexican flag on it. And you can see some land over here. So obviously we're on the side that is not directly docked. I didn't even know we were. I just realized that we weren't moving anymore. Welcome to Cozumel, Mexico. Come and join us for our journey today. We're doing a snorkel and beach adventure. And then maybe look around the shops in the port when we get back. But first we want to go do breakfast and stuff. Oop, gotta close the door. We have an excursion today, like I mentioned. And I didn't know what the details were, like what time is everything, which is unusual because when you book with a cruise line usually, you like choose a time for whatever stuff is going to happen, right? At least I should say usually the other two that I've done. You like chose an excursion, then there were times listed and you went with those times. But here I didn't have any idea because you just chose it. And then last night we got tickets in our room that we're supposed to meet at the theater that we were in last night for the Conky Tonkin. And they'll just kind of guide us to where we need to go. We need to be there at 9 a.m. Technically it doesn't start till 9:30. We don't have to be there till 9:15, but they recommend being there early, and we're gonna be, because I don't want to miss those things. And then we'll go out and do a snorkel bit of adventure. And then afterwards the margaritas start flowing, and they take us to a beach, and we sort of run around, and there's inflatable like playground equipment, adult-sized inflatable playground equipment out on the beach, or in the water at the beach. So you can go play on that, you can lay out on the beach, you can get margaritas. Again, it all comes as part of the cost. Food does not come as part of the cost, but they do make burgers on the island, and they'll charge you $10 for a burger and chips. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that because I'm not sure what time we're going there exactly. Like we're leaving here at 9:30. I'm not sure what time we're getting there, but more than likely we can just eat when we get back to the ship because we've already paid for that. But we'll see. If the burgers look great, then maybe we'll go for it. Yeah, we'll split one for $10.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, come and join us. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got one of these from Amazon. I think it came in a 2-pack. It was, I mean, literally like $5. It just closes up and becomes watertight. So you can put your ship cards and your IDs and like a little bit of cash in there. Like the ship cards and IDs are made of plastic. They'd be fine no matter what. But with the cash, we didn't want it to get all wet because they only accept cash on the island. Or excuse me, on the excursion island that we're going to. And then I just put that in my back pocket, which zippers, and then we're not worried about it at all, which is pretty cool. Here's our ship, the Islander, and over there is the port of Mexico. In the port, they have Tequila A Go-Go, which is like a bar and grill. Margaritaville, which, you know, is obviously same kind of brand, different branch, but this is the actual restaurant, Margaritaville. Also a bar and grill, Jimmy Buffett themed. Yeah, this is pretty cool port. Here's our ship, the Catamaran Fury. Looks pretty cool. Lots of different areas to hang out in as we make our way to our snorkeling adventure. It's a pretty good view of the ship. I wish there was another ship here so that you could like see the difference in size. Like, of course that looks like a big ship, but if you've been on the truly big ships, like Icon of the Seas or something, then this is dwarfed by those giant ships that are like cities at sea. This is like a small town at sea. Those ones are like cities. There's also a lot of other water traffic. Probably just picking up other excursions. There was one lining up next to us. I'm not sure which ones they are. There's a lot of different excursions you can choose when you go on a cruise, right? And a lot of them are done by the cruise lines. I mean, what I mean is there are people here that do it, right? They're independent businesses, and the cruise line just partners with them and then offers you the ones that, you know, they approve of and maybe have vetted a little bit. But you don't have to do a excursion through the company. You can if you want to, and it's usually cheaper to do this because you're not, you know, there's no middleman fee. Usually you can book something on your own, right? You can go online, you can find Cozumel, like where we are, excursions or wherever it happens to be, and they'll take you out and do stuff. The advantage of doing it through the cruise line is that if something goes wrong and you can't get back to the ship on time because you're out on an excursion, then the ship will wait for you because it's part of their deal. They vetted it. See what I mean? Anyway, if you don't, if you're off on your own independent thing, and your car breaks down or the boat breaks down and you're kind of stuck somewhere and you can't make it back to the ship on time, then that ship will leave you. our cruise director last night, when he was telling us all the information about when or what to do for the excursions today, said that last ship 35 people did not make it back. And then it's up to you to find your way back. You either have to fly back or drive. I mean, it's Mexico, so I suppose you could drive back, but getting to Tampa would be real tough from Mexico.
Watch your head, Ryan, watch your head.
On the boat with margaritas in hand, about 20 minutes to the beach. Not the strongest, but pretty good.
The beautiful cerulean waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Gorgeous. We're done snorkeling. As you saw in those pictures, it was a lot of fun. They chum the waters here, so the fish do congregate. Chumming means that they put food in the water, so when they want the fish to congregate, so you can get a good picture, or they can get a good picture of you, which is really what they're doing. The guy will dive under, chum the water, so there's all these fish everywhere, and then he'll take a picture of you with all the fish around you. And when I see that picture, I may buy it, because it might be pretty good. One of the people on the boat told us that there are sharks out here. I mean, we haven't seen any. He says they're sleeping. I didn't think sharks sleep. They have to keep moving. They rest in some way. I'm not a shark expert. I'm not a sharkologist, but I do know they have to keep moving, so they rest in kind of an odd way. It's been a long time since I've studied shark stuff, but that's what he said. I did not know this until we came here, but Cozumel is a island. Or it's on an island, and because when we went to Rome earlier this year, our original plan was to do an all-inclusive resort in Cancun, and I knew where that was because I looked up all the maps and stuff, but I didn't realize that Cozumel is not too far. It's an island just off the coast of Mexico. I always thought Cozumel was just another like beach tourist city, right? Well, here we are. It's our beach for about an hour and a half. The other catamaran will show up and they'll have an hour and a half too, but we're boat number 2 and they'll call us back eventually. There are some monkeys on this island. I'm really hoping that we see some. Usually over near the food area because I think people feed them. And there's those inflatable exercise equipment. I got distracted for a second by the beautiful water coming in. Yeah, we walked down off the ship into the water on the beach. We're gonna go grab a spot, put our junk, and then go get back in the water again. But this is pretty much our little island. And there's some kind of resort over there, I think. because we're not the only beach along this stretch. This is just ours. We came and grabbed a spot with an umbrella, a couple of beach chairs, and a little sand crab. Well, actually, I'm sorry, a little hermit crab. Just moving along. I'm not sure what they think about all these people running around. Be safe, little crabby.
We're not gonna hurt you.
We won't hurt you.
You don't have to worry about that.
This is our view from our beach chairs. I'm out of breath because we were just doing the exercise equipment out there, and they're brutal. Like that climb up area there, the first two don't have handholds. I think they've been ripped off long ago. And so you kind of have to get up first of all, you get up on this floating platform, which I don't think was there originally. I think they added that. And then you have to climb up a bunch of stairs, but the stairs are of course wet and slippery because they're made of vinyl, but there are handholds once you get up to that second stair. And then you slide down. And then they also have trampolines over there. You can see a person jumping on them right now. I was not able to climb up that ladder. It's just lots of upper body strength, which I have some, but it was not easy. And then you can also climb up that sort of pyramid looking piece. It's like a little playground thing. And then you can climb up to the other, to get to the other slide. And then there's another one over there, which is what Josh and I did. So we did that one.
I did 3
and we did
of them.
the very first one. Josh did that one as well. Neither of us did the trampoline.
Yeah,
they also have kayaks. I don't know if you can see this over there. I'm not going to get up at the moment, but that are part of your cost, right? So there's kayaks and like paddle boards. So you can sit on the paddle board, you can stand on the paddle board, you'll get a board and you'll get a paddle. And the kayaks are either 1 or 2 people. At least they had 1 or 2 seats. So I've only seen people in ones, but I think Josh and I could do 2 if we wanted to. Josh says he saw it too. Otherwise, I mean, it's just this beach here, right? Like,
it's gorgeous beach.
there is a sign over here not to feed the coatis, which are a type of monkey, but they're kind of lemur-like. You can see in that picture there's their general shape. And I can hear like birds, like parrots, but I don't see any. And maybe because we can't feed them anymore, they don't come out. I've seen videos of people on this exact same excursions and there were like the monkeys everywhere. There's also in the back these sort of like beds. There's the water over there, so getting a general idea. There's also hammocks over here. They have a volleyball pit set up. Nobody's playing it. But yeah, it's just a relaxing beach day. They do have drinks. So like I said, margaritas, soda. I might go get another margarita. We probably have about 30 minutes left on the beach. They also serve burgers. It's $12. I had heard 10, but I think that was old information. And I asked somebody if they tasted good, and he was like, they're good, but kind of dryish. I'm like, oh, bummer. Anyway, they looked good. Hanging out in a hammock and watching a boat go by. Josh next to me. Josh and I are doing a kayak. Right now we're pushing off, but we need to turn around here, otherwise we're going to hit something. Right here on a catamaran. Our first attempt failed. I'm trying to film and paddle at the same time. Not going to do much of this, but anyway. Here's Josh and I on the catamaran. We've never done this before. We're not that good at it, so we've seen. Our second attempt appears to be working though. Let's see how well we do. We have to go out past the trampolines, but not too far. And we're about to hit a buoy. Some boats out here. Paddleboard. Here's the trampoline. We told to go past the trampoline, but not much further. There. It's a balancing act. We're doing okay.
That's why I'm running. I'm doing okay.
All right. Whew. Nice. I wanted to get in the water a little bit. This is not what I was expecting when we fell out of the boat, because it tips. Made it back to the ship. Decided to get some, I got a cheeseburger, Josh got some tacos. And you can see another of the Fury catamarans. That's what we went off in. And so there's some people coming back. There's different numbers. So like when you go, I think we were the first group, we were number 2, or the boat was number 2. So we left and some of the people we knew were still there. Now they're probably coming back. There's a whole port here that you can see that's actually pretty cool. They have a tequila to go-go, or a go-go, which is a 60 themed restaurant. And a Senior Frogs. If you want to, you don't have to pay. I don't think you have to pay for this, but like you can see these people over there in the water. Like I think you can just go out and go get in the water over there. There's like a little swimming beach. If you don't want to pay anything, you just want to kind of come to the port, pop in the water for a little bit. Don't want to do an excursion, you can do so. Excursions are always optional. Then there's all these hotels and stuff. So it is gorgeous. Beautiful cerulean water. This truly is a paradise. Sorry, I'm still chewing. My burger's good. The burgers here are so good. How are the tacos, Josh? We had them yesterday. He's kind of giving me the thumbs up because he's still chewing, but they're pretty good. We really want to go there for breakfast because they do like breakfast burritos. We just haven't. Like this morning was the first breakfast we did that wasn't a like the brunch that we did a couple days ago. Or yesterday, I guess it was just yesterday. And the breakfast was okay here, right? It's the kind of powdered eggs. They had biscuits and gravy, so I dumped a bunch of gravy on everything, and that made it palatable. But otherwise, it's, you know, buffet breakfast. Wasn't that great? Their food overall is good, but, you know, powdered eggs are meh. And rather than having like bacon and sausage, they had like Italian sausage. Like there was like the bigger chunks of sausage, which I love, but I don't think of it as being a breakfast. It's more like a sausage, not like breakfast sausage. Anyway, it wasn't like it was terrible. I don't want to make it sound like that. It's just not what we wanted. So anyway, one of the reasons we came here for lunch, twofold. First of all, the margaritas were pretty free flowing, and I'm a little tipsy actually, which is unusual for me because I don't generally get tipsy. I get tired, but we're probably going to go back and take a nap after we have something to eat.
Yay.
Just because, you know, the sun takes it out of you and you being in the water, and it's actually very strenuous to,
wipe out. The wipe out adults.
Yeah, the adult stuff, like the climbing of the stuff was just really a workout.
Really?
It was fun. Don't get me wrong. This is an incredible excursion.
But you go work.
Yeah, and then on the way back, we were drinking margaritas and we were dancing. They had a whole bunch of like, you know, the kind of dancing that everybody could do all together. And I'll put some video of that here after this segment, but that Josh was kind enough to do because I was up on a balcony dancing with a friend of ours. Her name's Judy. She was on this excursion by herself. She's on the cruise with other people, but she's the only one who wanted to do this excursion. So she hung out with us for a little bit, and we went up there and we're chatting a little bit, and she's real cool. I enjoyed that.
She is.
So I was up there dancing with her while other people were dancing down below. It was just really a lot of fun. They offered us a shot of tequila, so she and I did a little shot, and the tequila was so smooth. Some of the best tequila I've ever had just as a shot. Pretty amazing. Anyway, we felt like rather than having something at the port, we're going to leave something for us to do in case we come back. This is a cruise that I would definitely repeat. And if we do so, then we would do a different excursion, or maybe just go into the port and run around. So there's this whole port section here that you can run around in, where it's all duty-free stuff. And also, we didn't stop for food, even though we could have, because there were plenty of restaurants there. One thing is they're all sort of like these commercial restaurants, right? I mean, all restaurants are commercial, but just, you know, the Margaritaville, Senior Frogs, like you can kind of get that in a lot of different places. I would prefer more like taco cart kind of thing if I was going to be in Mexico. Right, I may regret that. Street meat is sometimes not the best thing. But, you know, the food here is already paid for and we know that we like it. So we decided to come back to the cruise. So we're going to finish eating this. We're going to go back down. We're going to shower to get all the salt water and stuff off of us. And then we're going to take a nap so we can be refreshed for later. One thing about being on board the ship, the entertainment has been amazing. All the live music. Even just the stuff on the speakers is really good. I mean, for me, you know, everybody has different musical tastes, but I've been enjoying it. Back in the flip-flop atrium, we were just happened to be walking by. We took a picture of us in front of the ship, like we always like to do, and then this is where you pick that up. So you come here, you tap the screen, you scan your card, and then you can see all the pictures, and you can buy them all or some. You can even buy a picture package, You can buy a digital version, or you can buy an actual printed photo. So we just bought the digital version, and we'll send it to my email once I download it, and we'll eventually print it out and put it up on the wall at home. We don't need a physically printed picture. We live in the future right now, and so digital file is just fine, thank you. We're at dinner. We're in the Islander dining, so our package, the food package, dining package, that's the word I'm looking for, came with one night at Islander, which is the elevated. So we did the Bubbles brunch here, but we haven't actually had a meal here. We had our meal downstairs in the Finn's dining room, which is down there. Anyway, this is what they have. So you have the regular menu, which is behind us here, and then you have this menu, which is just for the Islander people. So there's a little bit more to it. So, but this is what you have in case you're wondering what kinds of things. So this is the extra stuff that is part of our Islander, and then this is what everybody can get regardless of the dining room that they're in. There's a lot of good things on here. I had the Pina Colada Lush last night, which was very good. It would be nice if they switched that out with something else every so often, but I probably would get that again. Well, that's true. I guess there wasn't, maybe that's always there, and then, because this was different last night. I don't remember what it was, but it was different.
There was another similar, like, pineapple or...
Yeah, maybe.
I remember that.
Anyway, what would you choose off this? Comment below and let me know what you would have for your dinner. Oh, and the drinks are over here. If you're a drink person, that Volcano Blast looks pretty good, but I had a lot of margaritas today, and so I plan to have one tonight at the Bubbles Up bar, so I'm not gonna have anything here. I did have a Moscato.
Yes, we did. First night.
Because
KWBs.
at the steakhouse, I do like sweet wines. It was so good, but it's so sugary. It's like drinking grape juice, but it was so good. Josh got the sausage and peppers flatbread, and that is amazing. It's like
great.
a meal, right? I mean, there's sausage and peppers on there, and there's broccoli, and it's like a vegetable medley flatbread.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's like a fork and knife flatbread.
I think I have to, yeah.
I got shrimp cocktail. It's very boring. You've seen shrimp cocktail before, but it still looks good. And I enjoy cocktail sauce with my shrimp. And then I also ordered a Caesar salad, but it hasn't come out yet. I was kind of expecting them at the same time, but yeah, doesn't matter. I mean, what we had last night was good in the regular dining room, but look at this. This is on the regular menu, so anybody downstairs is also getting it. This is the veal scallopini, Parmesan veal scallopini.
I think that's what they mean.
And I got the beef brisket. It looks like it's on some polenta. We'll try this and let you know what we think. What did you think of the flatbread, Josh?
The flatbread was wonderful, actually. Probably one of the best things I've had here. Great vegetables, really good sausage, bread firm enough to hold everything together and cut without snapping. It was very good.
Yeah, all I had was the Caesar salad and the shrimp, and I've had those before, but they're good. They're good on this ship.
Exactly.
So we stopped by to do the 80s music guessing game trivia where they play a snippet of it, and we definitely got 13 of the 15. There were a couple of songs. One of them I recognized, but I don't know the name of it. And we're going through the answers right now. And there was another song I didn't recognize at all, but all of the others we know we got right. So the woman out there, her name is Judy. She was our accountability buddy when we were on the excursion today. She was by herself because the rest of her companions didn't want to come along. So she and I were dancing together up on the top of the boat. Anyway, she's a real cool lady. Here was our score sheet, and we missed a couple because we didn't know what they were. And it's the end of the night. It's what time is it right now? It's 11 o'clock. We've been up later on the cruise, but we want to get up tomorrow to see the sunrise over the ocean, and so we're going to bed a little bit early. Plus, we're just kind of wiped. Even though we took a nap today, the ocean just really takes it out of you, and the sun, like it was such a good day. I have an Apple Watch, and it was telling me, I was surprised because like you hit all 3 goals today, and normally I do like walking as exercise, and that's kind of how I hit my goals. I'm like, what was I doing? And it must have been all the swimming because I burned over 1,000 calories today somehow. But swimming in the ocean is no joke. Like, it's not like when you're swimming in a pool and you can just kind of stay still and move around a little or whatever. Like, the ocean's constantly moving. So if you want to stay in the same place, you have to kind of keep yourself there. And then like swimming out and swimming in, you're fighting a current, and that's not a complaint. Like it's it's fun and exciting, and it wears you out in that sort of good way. So it was a very full day today. We got up, had some breakfast, went on our excursion, saw some videos of that, and then we came back, had some lunch, took a couple-hour nap, and then went off and just sort of hung out, right? Like we just listened to some of the live music that was going on, just walked around the ship a little bit, stopped and rested in the adults area to just kind of, watch. It's at the aft of the ship, just kind of watch us leaving Cozumel. Then we went to see the comedy show. So tonight there's a comedy show. There were two of them. One was a more family friendly one, and then the one we went to later was a adults one, and it was very adult. Like there wasn't a minute of that comedy show that I could put in my channel, because I consider this like a family channel, right? Like I don't cuss on it, and I don't show things that are controversial or whatever. There wasn't a minute of this show that I could have shown on my channel. And so, but anyway, it was fun. Like there was a lot of people there. The crowd was getting into it. It's just, you have a lot of heavy drinking people who are just here to have a good time. And the comedian was great. He really was. Thank you for joining us on our journey today. It was a long day. It's hard to believe it's the same day that we did all of the snorkeling and stuff. Like the time seems to stretch on in a good way, right? Like you're just having a good time. We've met some people on the boat. We ran into them. We sat next to them at the comedy show. We were hanging out with them in one of the bars afterwards. Like we've met so many people on this trip that we keep running into and stopping and talking to, just different groups of people. And that has not really happened to us in other ones. We've talked to other people. We've met people on the cruises. Some I'm still Facebook friends with, but not in the way that it's been on this one, where we just keep running into people and just making good friends. And I think that's a benefit of it being kind of a smaller boat. You run into the same people a lot, even if you're not trying to, which I guess it would make it hard to get away from people you were trying to get away from too, but hopefully you're not. In any case, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the video tomorrow.